Cyborgs among us. Will humans become immortal? Imagine this. It's a typical morning, and you're walking down a busy city street. But instead of people staring down at their phones, they're interacting with the world in ways you've never seen before. Some are adjusting the temperature of their smart jackets with a thought, others are pulling up holographic displays right in front of their eyes, and a few are even conversing silently, communicating through neural links. Wild, right? Sounds like a scene straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster, doesn't it? But what if I told you that this could be our reality sooner than you think? What if the line between humans and machines is blurring, and the key to immortality is merging with technology? We're diving headfirst into the fascinating world of cyborgs. We'll explore how the fusion of man and machine is not just a distant dream but an emerging reality. We'll chat about the tech making it happen, the people leading the charge, and ponder the big question. Could becoming cyborgs lead us to immortality? What exactly is a cyborg? A cyborg, short for cybernetic organism, is essentially a being that's part human, part machine. It's when biological life is enhanced or augmented with artificial components, especially ones that rely on some sort of feedback system. Cyborgs have been a staple in science fiction for ages. Think about classics like The Terminator, where machines and humans are intertwined, or RoboCop, where a critically injured policeman is transformed into a superhuman law enforcer. And let's not forget Star Trek's the Borg, beings who assimilate others into their collective, enhancing themselves with cybernetic parts. These stories have captivated us, pushing us to imagine the possibilities and the pitfalls of merging man and machine. But here's the kicker. What was once relegated to the pages of novels or the silver screen is now inching closer to our reality. With rapid advancements in technology, especially in artificial intelligence, robotics, and biotechnology, the concept of becoming cyborgs isn't as far-fetched as it used to be. Exciting times, huh? Believe it or not, cyborgs aren't just fictional characters, they're real, and they're among us right now. Take prosthetic limbs, for example. We've come a long way from the basic wooden peg legs of the past. Modern prosthetics can be controlled by the wearer's nervous system, responding to muscle movements and nerve signals. Then we've got neural implants like cochlear implants, which have restored hearing to tens of thousands of people with profound deafness. Similarly, retinal implants are helping the visually impaired to see shapes and forms. Let's talk about Neil Harbisson, often referred to as the world's first cyborg artist. Born with achromatopsia, a condition that causes complete color blindness, Neil couldn't perceive color at all. So, he had an antenna implanted into his skull that translates colors into audible vibrations. Another incredible example is Jesse Sullivan. After losing both arms, he became one of the first people to be fitted with bionic limbs that he can control with his mind. He's able to perform tasks like climbing ladders and using power tools, activities that many thought would be impossible after such an injury. So, how are these sci-fi dreams turning into reality? Let's break down the tech behind it. Biomechatronics is an interdisciplinary field that combines biology, mechanical engineering, and electronics. Researchers in this field aim to integrate mechanical elements into the human body. Artificial intelligence is making these devices smarter. Prosthetics are now equipped with AI algorithms that help them learn and adapt to the user's movements. Brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, allow direct communication between the brain and external devices. Companies like Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, are developing implants that could let us control computers and smartphones with our thoughts. Humans have been obsessed with the idea of immortality for, well, pretty much forever. When we talk about immortality here, we're not just referring to living forever in our biological bodies. There's also digital immortality, the concept of preserving our consciousness in a digital form. From the ancient quests for the fountain of youth to myths about elixirs of life, the desire to cheat death is nothing new. Today, science is taking up the mantle. With advances in genetics, medicine, and now cybernetics, we're exploring new frontiers in life extension. So, could becoming cyborgs actually make us immortal? Let's explore that idea. One theory is mind uploading, where we'd transfer our consciousness into a digital format. Nanobots, tiny robots on a nanoscale, could be deployed into our bodies to repair damaged cells. Researchers are developing artificial organs that can replace failing ones. From artificial hearts to synthetic lungs, these advancements could significantly extend our lifespans. But hold on a minute. Just because we can doesn't mean we should, right? If we replace parts of ourselves with machines or upload our minds to a computer, what does that mean for our identity? At what point do we stop being us? There's also the potential impact on society. If some people enhance themselves while others don't, could it lead to new forms of inequality or discrimination? Who gets access to these enhancements? Will it be available to everyone or just those who can afford it? So, what's happening on the front lines? Neuralink, as I mentioned earlier, is working on implantable brain-machine interfaces. Their goal is to help people with neurological disorders. Other companies like Open Bionics are creating affordable, state-of-the-art prosthetics. Recently, researchers have developed prosthetics that can provide sensory feedback, allowing users to feel through their artificial limbs. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Implanting devices into the body carries risks like infection and rejection by the immune system. As these devices become connected, they become vulnerable to hacking. Cybersecurity in biotech is becoming increasingly important. If these enhancements are expensive, they might only be accessible to the wealthy, widening the gap between the rich and the poor. The future of humanity is cyborgs. Some experts predict that by the mid-21st century, cybernetic enhancements could become commonplace. We might see people opting for enhancements to improve memory, processing speed, or physical abilities. Transhumanism is a movement that promotes enhancing the human condition through technology. Different cultures may embrace or reject these technologies based on their values. We've taken quite the journey today. From understanding what cyborgs are to exploring real-life examples, we've seen how technology is blurring the lines between humans and machines. Whether or not we become immortal cyborgs remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the intersection of biology and technology is one of the most exciting frontiers of our time. So, what do you think? Would you be open to cybernetic enhancements? Do you believe that merging with machines is the next step in human evolution? Let's get the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.